Hi, you guys. My name is David, and it's good to be here with you all. I will also reply to and respond to the title of Nerd Captain. I also go by General Geek. Basically, I love everything nerdy. Superman is the best superhero, hands down. That's kind of just want to get that out of the way, just so that we're all clear on that fact. But anyways, where am I at in my academic journey? I'm almost done with my second time through school. The first time I was a double major, and I was a music major with a focus in piano, and a graphic design major with a focus in typography. So I this time am going to school for behavioral psychology. It's kind of my way of getting around majoring in marketing. I work in the service industry and love interfacing with people, and kind of am a philosopher at heart. I like to talk about the whys of things and the hows of things and the purpose of why we do what we do. It's just a very fun and intriguing thing to me. But how do I view my social landscape? I am definitely an extroverted person. I'm very, very ADD, but have learned a lot about what that means, and I believe have gained mastery of my ADD, and in the end I kind of call it a superpower. That's a conversation for another time though. It's very fun. But object that represents me in my social landscape, one of the things that firstly came to mind was this beautiful invention right here, which is the Bluetooth headphone. I know that that's not really an element to a social landscape, but it kind of is, and this is why I love audiobooks. I'm a big nerd when it comes to audiobooks. I'm constant. I have about 3 books that I'm listening to at any given time. My novel story kind of category, self-help, higher thinking, challenging books of something that I don't know about. That's my second category, and then the third category is more of the wild card. Just more like things that are recommended to me by people that I talk with or friends. So yeah, if you have a good book recommendation, would love to hear it. Also, one of the things that is a big element to who I am is my camera. I am getting into photography and have been for the past couple of years. And it started as a hobby to help refine my design skills. I wanted to start using my own photos instead of other people's photos in design, so I started learning about photography and kind of snowballed into a huge hobby. So I am starting to make money off of it, and it's turning into a little side hustle, which is fun. So yeah, those two things are big proponents of my social life and my free times and my hobbies. So what invisible social forces influence you? I love this question. I listed out a handful of words that were kind of invisible forces or ideas that they're huge components to how I interface with the world around me on a daily basis. And so I'll just go through them each. Kindness was the first one that came to mind. I have had a lot of instances in life where the tone of someone's voice or the tone of my voice was perceived and taken wrongly, and so I've just been burned by that too many times, and kind of learned the power that speaking with kindness has, and speaking emotionally heated never helps ever. So that's a big thing to me, and I think that it's important to be kind to people. But joy was the second one that was on my list. I'm a believer. I think that I'm a child of God, and that by living in a relationship with the Creator, you have a deeper understanding of your purpose here in life, and you have a better understanding of who you are and the things that you were built to do. So I think that understanding and living in that brings this happiness or this joy that the world can't replicate. And I think that is how joy is different than happiness. I think that joy is just something that's purely associated with something tied to God. So anyways, that's another conversation for another time. I could talk for a long time about that. But number 3 on my list was empathy. I believe that it's important to empathize with people and to get out of your own point of view, step out of your own shoes, look at things from a different perspective. enthusiasm. I'm a very enthusiastic person, very excitable, ADD, like I said earlier. So I will very rarely look at something and not get excited by it, or if you're excited by something, I will very easily find a way to empathize with your excitement there. So anyways, philosophy, that is a big thing. I mentioned it earlier, but I just love philosophy. I love talking about the whys of things. I think that the philosophy of anything is interesting, because why would you do what you do? Everything kind of has a purpose. And yeah, so anyways, second to last was truth through discussion. Most every conversation that I have will oftentimes look for ways to play devil's advocate, or to look for a way to challenge the preconceived notions that we have in things and just look for truth. And sometimes the most taboo conversations are the things that I like to talk about the most, because I'm not attacking the other person's personality or identity as a person. It's more of like, hey, let's discuss things and search for truth together. So it brought about fun conversations. So and lastly on my list, I'm a lover of big words. I believe that big words are very, very fun, and I look for any excuse to use them, but sagacity was the last word on my list, and it's the adjective form of the word sage. So it's just I love looking for ways to be wise, or looking for wise people in life to try and emulate or to try and learn from. I think just being wise is just the learning of how to use your knowledge and when is the appropriate time to use knowledge. So anyways, that's me in a nutshell. Again, I'm excited to get to meet all of you guys online and interact with you digitally. So yeah,